Hi, I'm Milana, and welcome back to my channel, Unabridged Adventures, or welcome if you haven't been here before. That might be happening throughout the video because I've got a whole bunch of things missing from my shelves that normally are the, structural stability sort of thing, so we will see how many times I get scared throughout this episode by falling books. But I'm here to do a quick, keyword quick, wrap up for December because I am terrible at doing quick videos, but I have read 9. I've read 9 books so far in December, and hopefully by the end I will have read 11, depending on how the next 2 days go. Sorry, I got my laptop here for my Goodreads ratings, if Goodreads is going to cooperate for once in its entire existence. So to start off with, while I get my Wi-Fi connected, I am just going to say that I know what I rated quite a few of these, I think. And I'm trying to be more... I really shouldn't have put the first one at the bottom, but I did. Because it's freaking huge. But of course, the first book that I read this December was Rhythm of War, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It was an amazing continuation of the Stormlight Archive. I can't wait to see where Stormlight 5 goes. If you want to know more, please go check out my Rhythm of War video, because I have so much more to say about this. I just literally do not have the time right now. And I can't put it back where it's supposed to go because I have my tea there. So we're just gonna start making a pile on the ground. Oh my gosh, I come in here all the time. Why do I have to sign in again? Does Goodreads ever actually work for anyone, or is it just kind of like this crap website that we all keep using? Okay, I'm in, but can I see my books now? Okay, so here we go. So I started off the month with Rhythm of War and gave it 5 stars. I do want to say that I've had an amazing reading month this month because I haven't really had anything else to do, but I've also just gotten some really amazing books to read. So I haven't rated anything below 3 stars, and I only have 2 3 stars. So yeah. So on to the next thing that I read, which was also at the bottom of the pile. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. It was utterly amazing. I'm mind blown by this book because it's so creative and different. She takes so many different elements from different, there are so many Shakespearean references that I, as a nerd, adored, but I also learned so much about, Shanghai and what was happening in the 1920s, and just, I love it. I am desperately awaiting the sequel. And if you want to find out more, go check out my reading vlog. Okay, we're moving through this at a pretty good pace. Next was, okay. I read so many amazing books this month, but I honestly think that my favorite was Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I'm gonna make a video about it. I know I keep saying, go check out my other video, but I'm gonna make a video about this because of how important I think the chronic illness representation in this book is. And this could be because I was reading it while going through a flare-up myself, and I couldn't walk for half the time while I was reading this, and I couldn't sit down for the other half. But just this book, God, it spoke to me, and I felt so represented and seen, and just, oh God, it means so much. I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because that's the highest that you can give a book, but honestly I would have given it 6, if that was possible. Just know that on my personal rating scale, this is a 6 out of 5. Okay, I can't talk for too long about anything. Finally, I was gonna say finally one that's not at the bottom, but it's still at the bottom. I have We Set the Dark on Fire, which I rated 4 stars. I think I might go back and change it to 3. Just because looking back on it now, I think I really enjoyed it at the time, but it does seem kind of formulaic. Not that that's a bad thing, but just, it's very much a YA fantasy. And when you go into it, if you're expecting a YA fantasy, that is exactly what you're gonna get. And I am so intrigued. saw the plot twist coming, but enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'm hoping to get to the sequel sometime soon. Basically, like, I'm not going to unhaul it, so I'm probably gonna keep it at 4, because 4 means that I would reread it, and I would. Like, I enjoyed that enough that I want to reread it. Okay, so, now to an actual 3-star review. The Governess Game. Gosh, I'm probably not gonna unhaul this one either. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. It was fun. Nothing really stood out about it that was like super special, but there was nothing wrong with it either. I enjoyed the relationship. I enjoyed seeing Emma and Ash from the last book show back up and like play a part. I always like seeing characters in the previous books. I need to be talking less. I like how not possessive, protective Ash was of Alex. I couldn't even remember her name. That's probably not a good sign, but like, it was sweet. Okay, next book. Okay. Legendborn. Again, like, another 6 out of 5? I know, I've got to work out my rating scale. Mason is busy screaming his head off while watching this, probably. But Legendborn was not at all what I expected, and I know I'm, like, resting books in my head, that's because I have weak arms. But Legendborn was not at all what I expected. I absolutely... I can't say I enjoyed all of it. Like, I don't mean that to sound bad at all. Like, I loved it. But there were a lot of hard things to deal with in it. So it wasn't, like, happy. Like, it wasn't like, oh, yay, I'm really enjoying this read. But I loved reading it, if that makes sense. But, yeah, it was different. It was new. It was so creative. Again, I can't wait for the sequel. I think I said it in a tweet earlier, but this author took every YA trope that I knew of and just did it better and like more effectively than any other book that I have seen do it. And like, I am so excited to see where this goes next. I know I'm like moving it around a lot, but I can't sit still. We all know this, or yeah, you should know this by now by watching my videos. Okay, making pretty good time. Then we have Broken Homes. It is number 4 in the Rivers of London series. I did not love this one as much as I've liked the others. I gave it 3 stars. I'm gonna keep it around because it's part of the series. Like, I'm not gonna unhaul a 3-star just because it's part of a series, but, or just because it's, whatever. You guys know what I mean, I think. But I was disappointed by the lack of ghosts, to be honest. I felt like the ending kind of came out of nowhere, but also, like, this book was just a lot slower than the other 3 have been. Like, there's been a lot more, like, a drive to actually get to, like, solving the mystery and what's going on, because for those of you that don't know, this is kind of like a police procedural, but with the supernatural. It's really interesting. It's set in London, and, like, yeah. It's a cool series. I recommend it, but yeah. Okay, oh, I skipped over this. Where did I skip over it? Did I read this recently? Or did I just put this in the wrong place? Okay, well, while I'm figuring out this one, because I'm pretty sure I read it this month. Yeah, I read it this month. I just don't remember what I rated it. But I just got done reading The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite, and I really enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read. I think mainly out of just getting to see 2 sapphic women, like, in this setting, because I really enjoy historical romances just because I like the kind of the novelty of it, I guess. I'm not great with modern dating. I'm oblivious as all get out. So the whole, like, making your advances very clear sort of thing, and, like, just straight up proposing to begin with, I feel like would make my life a whole lot easier than trying to, like, parse what is happening in conversations. So that's kind of why, like, I enjoy historical romances, but seeing it happen with 2 sapphic characters was just amazing. And they did go into it and, like, discuss, like, how people felt about this, and, like, yeah, there was an interesting discussion happening there about how it actually was at that time, while not getting too caught up in the details. And then, know why my my books thing is not showing it, but I did read once ghosted, twice shy. Sorry, I was trying to read in the viewfinder and that was not working. But this is an Olivia Cole novella, not Olivia Cole, sorry, last author is Olivia Waite. This is an Alyssa Cole novella in her Reluctant Royal series, which I absolutely adore this series. I can't wait to get into the next ones. So yeah, this is the novella following Licozzi and Fabiola. And these two characters were just so delightful to like read and learn more about because they both have so much character, and like the decisions that they made were understandable. Like there wasn't any huge miscommunication that really happened. Like they weren't being stupid whenever they broke up the first time. And I like that. Like, I wasn't sitting here just going, just talk to each other already. Like, it was understandable why both characters were acting the way they were, and yeah, I always love seeing more stuff within the Reluctant Royal series. Yeah, I love the series, and I love Alyssa Cole, so yeah, I've actually made it through all the books that I read, and then hopefully, I'm still reading The Shadow Rising, which for once is not holding up my camera, but like this is where I'm at. Like this is the back, and I'm probably not going to get through this in the next 2 days, just because it got really interesting about halfway through, and then it got really boring again, and I just need something to like keep me moving right now, and Wheel of Time is not it, at least right now. I'm not giving up on it. I am just kind of taking a break to read some other things. I'm going to come back to it. And then hopefully in the next 2 days, like today and tomorrow, I will finish Gideon the Ninth and Stormfront, which the first book in the Dresden Files. But yeah, I am enjoying both of them. I'm like halfway through Stormfront pretty much, and I'm that far through Gideon the Ninth. I love Gideon the Ninth. Gideon is my lock screen now, which I have never done for a character before, but like I am just so in love with this woman. And then I do enjoy police procedurals on TV, but there is so much wrong with them. But one of my favorites is Psych, or was Psych, I guess, since it got canceled. And this kind of reminds me of like a reverse Psych, where instead of being a normal guy that's just very perceptive, that pretends to be like a psychic detective, you have a wizard detective that everyone thinks is kind of faking it. And it's very interesting. Things are picking up. It was a bit slow to begin with, but I am definitely excited. I like the writing style, I like Dresden's voice, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I got this done in under 15 minutes. Yes! Okay, success. I am so excited about that. In my excitement of getting that done under 15 minutes, I forgot to sign off. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, like, click the notification bell because YouTube is stupid these days. And let me know what you guys thought. How was your December reading? Did you read everything that you wanted to? Was there something that you really enjoyed this month? And yeah, I'd love to hear from you down below. I've got all my socials, and then all of the extra information that I usually post about Black Lives Matter, the Philippines and their recovery from the typhoons, and I'll probably post a few other things down there, just so that everyone can stay up to date on everything that's going on. So yeah, I hope you guys had a lovely holiday if you celebrate anything in the winter season. If not, I hope you had a good like time off from work or good shopping or sales or whatever. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!